Very good morning to all. I hope you are doing great. I'm also good. Very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Reena and I am so happy to have you here. In today's video, we are going to talk about this book, The Purposeful Decision Maker. And the author of this book is Pádraig. Okay, so in the previous video, we already discussed chapter 1 to 4. In today's video, we are going to discuss about chapter 5. And the author talk about in the chapter 5 on this topic, the influence of risk and uncertainty in decision making. Basically, the risk and uncertainty are inherent in every major decision. The ability to assess and manage these factors determining the quality and success of one choices. This chapter explores strategies for evaluating risk, handling uncertainty, and making well informed decisions in complex situations. So let's understand risk versus uncertainty. The author differentiates between risk and uncertainty. Risk refers to situations where the likelihood of different outcomes can be estimated based on past data. For example, which include investing in the stock market or launching a new product. In case of uncertainty, basically uncertainty arises when outcomes are unpredictable due to unknown factors. For instance, entering an emerging market with no prior industry data. And by understanding this difference, individuals and businesses can develop better strategies for navigating uncertainty while managing risk. Risk assessment and mitigation strategies. So basically, in the effective decision maker evaluate risk using structured framework. The author present practical approaches. First one is SWOT analysis, second one is scenario planning, third one is cost benefit analysis. So let's understand these practical approaches one by one. In case of SWOT analysis, firstly identifying the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. And in case of scenario planning, exploring multiple potential outcomes to prepare for uncertainties. And apart from that, in case of cost benefit analysis, weighting the advantages and drawback of a decision before proceeding. A case study is included about a tech entrepreneur who assesses risk before launching a startup. By diversifying revenue streams and conducting extensive market research, the entrepreneur minimized potential losses and maximized success. In case of managing uncertainty in business and life, since uncertainty cannot be eliminated, you are aware of this thing, learning how to manage it is crucial. The author provides the strategies such as first one is building flexibility into decisions. Second one is gathering as much as information possible. Third strategy is developing a risk tolerance mindset. So let's understand these three strategies one by one. Building flexibility into decision, that means keeping options open and adaptable. In case of gathering as much as information as possible, that means reducing uncertainty through research and expert consultations. Apart from that, in case of developing a risk tolerance mindset, where accepting that not all uncertainties can be controlled and focusing on what can be managed. A real world example describes a CEO who navigated an economic downturn by remaining acceptable, shifting business strategies, and leveraging new opportunities that emerged from the crisis. At the psychology of risk taking, that means some individuals are naturally more risk averse while others embrace risk. The author explores psychological factors that influence risk taking behavior, which include three things. First one is fear of failure, second one is optimism bias, third one is decision paralysis. So let's understand these three kind of behavior. First one is fear of failure. That means how past experiences shape one's willingness to take risk. And in case of optimism bias, the tendency to underestimate potential downsides while overestimating positive outcomes. In case of decision paralysis, when too much uncertainty lead to inaction, preventing progress. To counter these challenges, the book offers technique such as setting incremental goal, consulting mentors, and developing a mindset that view risk as an opportunity rather than a threat. So this is the summary of this chapter and key takeaways from this chapter. First one is risk is measurable while uncertainty is unpredictable and requiring different approaches for decision making in case of risk as well as in case of uncertainty. And second one is using structured risk assessment method helps individual and business make better choices. Apart from that, uncertainty can be managed through flexibility, research, and adaptive mindset. In case of psychological factors influence risk taking behavior, and overcoming fear can lead to more confident decision making. By embracing uncertainty and managing risk wisely, individual can make purposeful decisions that drive long-term growth and success. In the chapter 6, the author talk about this topic, the power of strategic thinking in decision making. Strategic thinking is the ability to plan for the future, anticipate challenges, and make decisions that align with long-term goals. And this chapter explores how individuals and businesses can apply strategic thinking to improve their decision making processes and achieve sustained success. So, let's understand strategic thinking. Basically, the author defines strategic thinking as a proactive approach to decision making. Instead of reacting to problems as they arise, strategic thinkers anticipate future opportunities and obstacles. Key elements of strategic thinking include first one is big picture perspective, analytical mindset, third one is creativity and innovation. So let's understand these one by one. First, we have big picture perspective. That means looking beyond immediate challenges to consider long term implications. And in case of analytical mindset, by using data, trends, pattern to make informed choices. And apart from that, creativity and innovation, like finding unique solutions to complex problems. An example is provided of a CEO who transformed their company by shifting from a short term reactive strategy to a long term strategic approach. And this is the framework of strategic decision making. The author introduces the structured method for strategic thinking, which include three things. First one is Potter's five forces, second one is blue ocean strategy, third one is pastel analysis. Potter's five analysis, which include the analysis industry competition to determine business positioning, and in case of blue ocean strategy, we are identifying untapped market spaces to avoid competition. In case of pastel analysis, evaluating external factors like political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental that impact decisions. A case study illustrate how a startup used the blue ocean strategy to create a unique product, avoiding direct competition with established brand. So this is the way, in that way, you can overcome barriers to strategic thinking. Strategic decision making can be hindered by common barriers such as short term pressures. Second one is resistance to change. Third one is lack of information. Short term pressures, that means the tendency to focus on immediate result rather than long term growth. Apart from that, resistance to change, which means fear of innovation or shifting strategies, as well as lack of information, that means incomplete data leading to flawed decision. To counter these obstacles, the author suggests developing a strategic mindset, encouraging adaptability using data driven decision making. Okay, developing a strategic mindset, that means training oneself to think long term. Apart from that, increasing adaptability, staying open to new ideas and approaches, as well as using data driven decision making, that means leveraging analytics to guide choices. A real world example is provided of a tech company that successfully pivoted its business models by embracing strategic thinking. The role of leadership in strategic decision making. Basically, leaders play a crucial role in fostering strategic thinking within organization. The author highlight key leadership traits that promote strategic decision making. First one is visionary thinking, effective communication, decision making. Visionary thinking, that means setting a clear and inspiring direction, and effective communication, that means ensuring alignment across teams, as well as decisiveness, that means making informed choices with confidence. A case study explores how multinational corporation leadership team used strategic planning to expand into new global market. So this is the summary and key takeaways from this chapter. Basically, strategic thinking allows individual and business to plan for future and anticipate challenges. And apart from that, frameworks like Potter's Five Forces and Blue Ocean Strategy provide structured approaches to strategic decision making. Overcoming barriers such as short term pressures and resilience to change is crucial to success. Leaders play a vital role in fostering a culture of strategic thinking. By adopting a strategic mindset, individual can make purposeful decisions that drive long-term success. In the chapter 7, the author talk about this topic, the role of emotional intelligence in decision making. Emotional intelligence plays a critical role in making sound decisions. It influences how individuals perceive situations and regulate their emotions and interact with others. This chapter explores the impact of emotional intelligence on decision making and provides strategic for enhancing EI to make better choices. So let's understand about emotional intelligence. Basically, the author defines the emotional intelligence as the ability to recognize and understand emotions and manage emotions effectively, and also use emotions to facilitate thinking and decision making. So let's understand these one by one. Recognize and understand emotions in oneself and others. Apart from that, manage emotions effectively to navigate challenges, as well as use emotions to facilitate thinking and decision making. Emotional intelligence is composed of five key components. First one is self awareness. Second one is self regulation. Third one is motivation. Fourth one is empathy. Fifth one is social skills. So let's understand these one by one. Social awareness, that means recognizing personal emotions and their impact on decisions. As well as in case of self regulation, controlling impulsive reactions to maintain rational decision making. In case of motivation, using emotional drive to achieve long term goals. And also in case of empathy, that means understanding the emotions of others to make socially responsible choices. As well as social skills, that means communicating effectively and maintaining strong relationship. A case study is provided of a business leader who used emotional intelligence to navigate a company crisis, ensuring a thoughtful and composed response rather than a reactive one. So next thing that the author cover in this chapter, the impact of emotional intelligence on decision making. The author explains how emotional intelligence enhances decision making in various ways. It improves the problem solving skills. Second, secondly, it enhances the leadership's effectiveness, and it reduces the decision fatigue. Apart from that, it also promotes ethical decision making. So let's understand one by one. It improves the problem solving skills. That means high emotional intelligence individuals remain calm under pressure, allowing them to analyze situations rationally. And in case of reducing decision fatigue, that means managing emotions prevent stress from clouding judgment. It also enhances the leadership effectiveness. That means leaders with strong emotional intelligence can build trust and manage team effectively. And also promotes ethical decision making. That means emotional intelligence fosters empathy and fairness in business and personal choices. And examples illustrate how a hiring manager with high emotional intelligence makes better recruitment decision by accessing candidate emotional competencies alongside technical skills. By developing emotional intelligence for better decision, that means the author provides the practical strategies for enhancing EI includes. That means the practicing mindfulness and seeking feedback. Apart from that, developing active listening skills. Practicing mindfulness, that means increasing self awareness through meditation and reflection. And also seeking feedback, we are learning from others about emotional responses and behavior. And also developing active listening skills. That means paying close attention to other emotions and perspective. And also managing stress effectively. That means using relaxation technique to prevent emotional overload in decision making. A compelling case study describes how an executive improved workplace relationship and decision making by actively developing emotional intelligence skills. Next topic that author cover in this chapter, emotional intelligence in high stakes decisions. That means the high stake decision often provoke strong emotions. The author offers technique for managing emotions in these situations, such as first one is pausing before reacting, considering different perspective, and using logic alongside emotions. That means pausing before reacting. That means taking time to assess emotions before making a choice. Apart from that, considering different perspective, we are evaluating decisions from multiple viewpoints, as well as using logical alongside emotions, and balancing rational analysis with emotional awareness. A real world example details how a negotiator successfully closed a high pressure business deal by leveraging emotional intelligence. So, this is the summary and key takeaways from this chapter. First one is emotional intelligence enhances decision making by promoting self awareness, regulation, and empathy. Emotional intelligence individuals remain calm under pressure, leading to better problem solving and leadership skills, as well as strategic such as mindfulness, feedback, and active listening can improve emotional intelligence. And managing emotions in high stake decision ensures balanced and ethical choices. By strengthening emotional intelligence, individual can make purposeful, well informed decisions that lead to personal and professional success. In the chapter 8, the author talk about this topic, the role of communication in effective decision making. That means the effective decision making is not just about analyzing information and strong communication skills. It is the ability to convey decisions clearly, listen to others, and foster collaboration plays a crucial role in achieving successful outcome. This chapter explores the significance of communication in decision making and provides strategies for improving communication effectiveness. So let's understand the connection between communication and decision making. The author emphasizes that communication is an essential component of the decision making process, and effective communication helps in gathering accurate information. That means engaging with diverse perspective ensures well-rounded decision making, and it also helpful for clarifying goals and expectations. That means ensuring that all stakeholders understand the objective behind a decision. It is also very helpful to reducing misunderstanding and conflict. That means transparent communication minimizes misinterpretation and resistance. Okay, and it also very helpful in building consensus and support. That means strong communication foster trust and alignment within team and organization. A case study highlight how a company leader successfully navigated a major organization change by prioritizing open and transparent communication. This is the key communication skills for decision maker. First one is the author identifies crucial communication skills that enhance decision making. First one is active listening, second one is clarity and precision, persuasion and influence, conflict resolution. Active listening, that means understanding concern, ideas, and feedback from others before making a decision. In case of clarity and precision, that means expressing decisions in a way that is easy to understand and act upon. In case of persuasion and influence, that means encouraging others to support and implement decision effectively. Okay, in case of conflict resolution, that means addressing a disagreement constructively to reach the best possible outcomes. A real world example describes how a CEO informed or improved business operation by actively listening to employee concern and incorporating their feedback into strategic decision. The communication strategies for effective decision making. To enhance communication effectively, the author suggests the following strategies. First one is increase open dialogue. That means creating a culture where employees and stakeholders feel comfortable sharing ideas and feedback. And also use multiple communication channel. We are leveraging meeting, emails, report, and informal conversation to ensure clear messaging. And the third strategy is practice transparent leadership. That means being honest about challenges and rational behind decision. Develop storytelling skill. That means using narratives to communicate decision in an engaging and relatable manner. A case study is included about a business leader who turned around a struggling company by improving internal communication and fostering a collaborative work environment. Overcoming communication barrier in decision making, that means common communication barrier can hinder effective decision making, and the author identifies these obstacles and offers solution. First one is lack of clarity, which means to ensure messages are simple, concise, and unambiguous. Next one is resistance to feedback. That means cultivate an environment where constructive criticism is valued. And also informed information overloaded. That means prioritize key detail and avoid overwhelming stakeholder with excessive data, as well as emotional inferences. That means maintain a professional and composed approach in sensitive discussions. A real life scenario describes how a team successfully navigated a high stake negotiation by addressing communication barrier and ensuring clear and respectful dialogue. And this is the summary and key takeaways from this chapter. First one is Strong communication skill enhance decision making by facilitating information flow, reducing conflict, and building consensus. Active listening, clarity, persuasion, and conflict resolution are key skills for effective decision making, as well as strategies such as open dialogue, transparent leadership, and storytelling improve communication effectiveness. And also overcoming barriers like lack of clarity, resilience to feedback, and emotional inferences ensure smoother decision implementation. By mastering communication skill, individual can make purposeful decisions that lead to successful outcome in both life and business. In the next chapter, author talk about this topic, ethical decision making in life and business. Making ethical decision is essential for building trust, maintaining integrity, and ensuring long-term success in both personal and professional life. This chapter explores the importance of ethics in decision making, challenges individual face, and practical strategies to uphold ethical standards. And also understanding ethical decision making, that means the author defines the ethical decision making as the process of choosing action that align with moral principles and values. So this is the key principles, which include, first one is honesty and transparency, which means being truthful in all interactions, fairness and justice, ensuring decisions do not favor one group unfairly. Apart from that, responsibility and accountability, which means owning up to the consequences of decision, and also respect for others, considering the impact of decision on all stakeholders. A real world example illustrate how a company maintained its reputation by prioritizing ethical practices despite financial pressure. And these are the common ethical dilemma in decision making. First one is the conflict of interest. Basically, author highlight common ethical challenges faced by individuals and organizations. Conflict of interest, that means making unbiased decisions when personal or financial interests are involved. And whistleblowing, that means choosing whether to expose unethical practices. And third challenge, we have the corporate social responsibility, that means balancing profit with social and environment responsibilities. Fourth challenge is data privacy and security, ensuring responsible handling of personal and sensitive information. A case study describes how a business leader handled an ethical dilemma by prioritizing integrity over short term gain. These are the strategies for ethical decision making. First strategy is establish a code of ethics. Second one is consider the long term impact. Third one is increase ethical culture. Use ethical framework. Next topic, we have overcoming ethical decision making challenges. First one is standing by core values and seeking diverse perspective, maintaining transparency, learning from ethical failure. And these are the summary and key takeaways from this chapter. Ethical decision making is crucial for integrity, trust, and long term success. And also, the strategies such as establishing a code of ethics and applying critical framework help guide decision making. And also, overcoming the ethical challenges require commitment to values, transparency, and continuous learning. By prioritizing ethical decision making, individual and organization can build a foundation of trust and credibility in all aspects of life and business. In the chapter 10th, the author talk about this topic, the journey to becoming a purposeful decision maker. The path to becoming a purposeful decision maker is a continuous process of self improvement, reflection, and learning. This final chapter explores the steps individual can take to enhance their decision making skills, build confidence, and align choices with their long term goals. So let's understand the purposeful decision making. The author defines purposeful decision making as a conscious, well thought out process that aligns with one's value, goals, and vision for the future. It involves four things: clarity of purpose, consistency in values, continuous learning, confidence in execution. Clarity of purpose, that means understanding what truly matters before making a decision. And consistency in values, that means ensuring decision align with core values and principles. Next, we have continuous learning, that means adapting based on experience and knowledge. Next, we have confidence in execution, that means trusting the decision and committing to action. A case study highlight how a business leader transformed a struggling company by making intentional, purpose driven decision. This is the steps to becoming a purposeful decision making. The author outlines key steps to cultivate purposeful decision making. First one is define your core values. Set clear goals. Third one is develop critical thinking skills. Fourth one is practical self reflection. Fifth one is seek constructive feedback. An example describes how an entrepreneur built a successful brand by consistently aligning decisions with a clear vision and strong ethical principles. Overcoming the challenges in purposeful decision making. First one is fear of failure. Second one is external pressure. Third one is decision fatigue. Okay, so next topic we have the role of resilience and adaptability. Resilience and adaptability are crucial for making effective decisions in uncertain situations. The author provides strategies to build these traits. First one is embracing change. That means viewing unexpected challenges as opportunities for growth, and in case of learning from mistake, that means using failure as valuable lesson for improvement and staying open minded. That means considering different perspective to enhance decision quality. Compelling case study showcases how a successful executive rebounded from setback by adapting to new situations and redefining their decision making approach. This is the summary and key takeaways from this chapter. First one is purposeful decision making involves clarity, consistency, learning, and confidence. And apart from that, defining core values, setting goals, and practicing reflection improve decision making skills, as well as overcoming challenges like fear, pressure, fatigue ensure long term success. Apart from that, resilience and adaptability help individuals make better decisions in uncertain situations. So, by mastering purposeful decision making, individual can lead fulfilling, successful lives and make a lasting impact their personal and professional journey. So that is all about for the today's video. Thank you so much. If you like this video, then do like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep signing.